I can walk on the sand. Can we all hear me? If you can hear me, please kindly let me know. I'm trying to set up everything for us now. We are all welcome. Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? Please let me know if you can hear me clearly. It's almost 8 o'clock. All right, so we will be starting in 1 minute. And to will just be an introduction. So we encounter a problem that we did not plan for. And because of that, there is something we will not be able to achieve tonight. So I will just engage us and introduce us to the course tonight. Then so it's going to be a nice training, and hopefully we are going to have a great learning experience tonight. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for me. So give me a few seconds. Let me set up something here. So while we wait, can we quickly introduce ourselves? Can we know where you are joining us from? Let me get your name and your business, what you do, to know about us. Can we quickly do that? Let's do a short introduction of ourselves. So through the chat section, can you tell us who you are and what you do? It's as simple. Who you are and what you do. As we start. So I'm waiting for our responses. Who you are and what you do. Just your name and what you do. So let's do that as a way of introducing this class. So let's quickly do that quick introduction. If you are here, can quickly do that now. So if you can hear me, please. And I'm a digital marketer. All right, thank you. Thank you. Mr. Johnson Adegboye, you are welcome. I will not call some names so that I will not make mistakes in our names. So you are welcome. So hopefully others will join us. So we are welcome. Hopefully others will join us and lecture or a learning section on Google Ads. So I will just do a quick introduction to Google Ads for us, and that will be about that. So for tonight, I will be introducing us to the class, and most of what I'll be doing today will be theoretical. So from our next class, we are going to be having a full practical section where I'll be showing us the ads platform and how we are going to run the ads. So, but for tonight, I will just be giving us a theoretical aspect of Google Ads and why Google Ads is important and why we should consider running. In the next class, we go into the practical section fully. So we believe by that time, other people that have not joined us will be able to join, and we are going to all have a great learning experience together. So once again, my own name is Yola Akintaro. I've been working for the past 7 years, and it has been a great endeavor. And I'm I'm working with Cladox Media and After School Academy. So After School Academy, we provides learning for graduates and undergraduates, and our vision is to make learning easy. We want to bridge the gap between graduates and young ones that can have capacity for relevance in their respective fields. So we found out that many Nigerians, they are very good, knowledgeable, and we organize this course, Google Ads, so that we can help businesses and professionals to get their business prospective customers. So what is Google Ads and why is Google Ads different from all other platforms? So the first thing I would like us to know is that we have different ads platform. We have the Facebook ads, we have the Microsoft ads, we also have the Google ads. Now, Facebook ads come for Google ads. When you are running ads on Google, you are running ads on Google platforms or any other. So you will be running ads on Google search, you will be running ads on Google display networks. What we mean by Google display networks are situations whereby when you are making use of your phone apps, some apps that allows for ads, you are going to see some ads popping up. So that is the aspect of display networks. If you are on blog sites, some websites that allows for so the video ads runs to ads. So why is Google Ads unique and what is so special about Google Ads? I've been running ads for quite some years now, and one thing I found out is anytime I run ads on, but before I even go into that, let me quickly tell us some things about Google Ads. So whenever people make a search on Google, the Google search engine, you will find out some on the top of your search results. So needs it. The thing about Google Ads is that Google Ads very, very good in attracting hot leads. In digital marketing, we have different type of leads. Leads are actually your prospective customers, people who tends to be able to it's my net. Oh, uh, I can't really say who is, but if it is from my side, kindly let me know so that I can work on that. It's keeping, okay. Can I get more rolling and skipping? Okay, it's my side. Okay, wow. All right. Okay, let me see from my side. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So let me see if I can solve that. If I'm unable to solve that tonight, then in the next class, we are going to make it better. So I'm sorry for that, for the connection. Network is really bad, keeps skipping. Wow. It's okay. It's All right. So I think let's see if it's improved. If the network connection improved, then we will continue. If it does not improve, then maybe we suspend the class for tonight and we will come again on Wednesday if the network connection, the network I'm using now, because the strength of these networks varies in different locations. So I cannot generalize it. But currently, if it is from my side, then that means the network I'm using at the moment is bad. So I'm going to work on that and change that for subsequent class. But it's not possible for today. So what do we suggest? Should we suspend the class for tonight and make it Wednesday when we are going to have a strong internet network? I will have tried some networks and see. And if we can get, so I'll try and have some. It's getting better. The amazing thing is I'm not receiving it. I can't determine the strength of the network from my side. So I can see myself clearly and everything is moving on fine here. So it's okay. If it doesn't have a good network tonight, we will always work on that and we will test the network. Let me just continue, and if the network issue continues like this, then we are going to suspend the class and okay, okay. I think I found out the problem now. Let me see what I can do about it. So I think the problem persists. It's getting better. Okay, okay. Since it's getting better, then I think I can proceed with my discussion. So before the network issue, I was trying to explain to us why Google Ads is preferable of ads, especially when sales matters. Now, this is not to say that other ads platforms are bad. I'm not saying that. In fact, I still recommend other ads platforms. It all depends on the objectives you want to achieve at a very particular time. So if your objectives is to build awareness, to go for other art, a lot of people get engaged on Facebook, and people goes to Facebook not because there is a need, but just because they want to be on their social network. They want to connect with their people. So people go to Facebook to without any need. But when it comes to sales, when you really want to sell a product, then that is when you need to start considering Google Ads, because people go to Google platforms because there is a need. So anytime you make a search, you are making that search because you actually want to solve a need that you have. So if you don't have three stages of become your customer in the nearest future, so that is a lead. And that is why sometimes you might have engaged with some platforms that ask you to download an ebook for free. You might have seen a free webinar, you might have seen a free lesson, all these things, because you download those things because you actually have interest in them. And you having interest in them means that your warm leads, and we have what they don't have any. So these people that we call cold leads, they haven't heard about your brand before. sorry, I received a notification now that the network is unstable. So I found out now it's from my side. So hopefully next class will not be like this. We'll have worked on that. So these cold leads, they don't know more about your brand. They haven't have any connection with your brand. So the only thing they knew is that maybe your brand exists and that's all. So for you to convert these cold leads to a warm lead, that means you might create a free content for them. So in your sales funnel, one of the things you include is a free content. So a free content can be an ebook, it can be a video, a free content can be anything like a free webinar, a free content can be a free checklist, a lot of them like that. This is not a digital marketing class, so I will not go deeper into that. So from that free content that they have downloaded, you have their contacts. Their contact can be their email, it can be their phone number. So these contacts is what you can leverage on to convert them to a buyer, maybe by sending some subsequent emails to them, and through that you can convert these people to your buyer. So from the stage of bringing them into your email marketing system, you have converted them to a warm lead, and you continue to warm them up to build their desire for your product by making them to have more understanding about the benefits of your product and why your product is the best option for them. Then from there, they can become a hot lead where they need this product now, and they will end up becoming your customer by buying. Now, what Google Ads offers you is that instead of going through the stress of converting someone from a cold lead to a warm lead, then to a hot lead, Google Ads make it simple. Google Ads ensure that the leads you get are just warm leads. They are people that already have a desire in their heart. They are people that they already have a premeditated desire to get a product from you. So because of this, there tends to be a higher possibility of these people buying from you. Let's say, for instance, you go to Google and you make a search for latest Adidas shoe. So, and when you get the Adidas shoe, probably because you want to buy an Adidas shoe. So you make a search on Google and a Jumia ads showed up on your Google search. So you clicking on the Jumia ads means that you actually, because you want to buy the shoe, and that was the reason why you make the search. So on clicking on the Jumia ads, you will end up going on to buy. So that is different. Okay, thank you, Tolu Alope. So that is actually different from when you are dealing with a Facebook ad, whereby people were just there to have a social interaction with their friends, and the ads just pop up, just showed up. So they really doesn't have the need for it. So many people that sign up for your lead generation ads on Facebook it might take time before they convert to a customer. So that is why Google Ads is better than other ads platform. So let me just summarize everything I have said. Number one reason why Google Ads is better than other ads platform is because Google Ads helps you in generating quality leads that can end up that has higher prospects of buying your products. Now, the second thing about Google Ads is that it is more highly targeted than any other ads platform, any other ads platform. The targeting on Google Ads is better because to some extent, Google has a lot of resources to work with. They have a lot of data to work with because almost everybody are using a Google platform. Whether you are using their Google Chrome, whether you are using their Android mobile app, whether you are using their Gmail or any of these things. So these things, through these platforms, they collect some of our data. And all these data are what they leverage on to make their ads platform better. Now, this is not to say that Google Ads is all perfect. Sincerely, this is not to say that Google Ads is all perfect. There are some cons, or what we call, there are some things that makes other ads platform better than Google Ads. And majorly, it's about the cost of Google Ads. So the cost of Google Ads can be a little bit expensive than that of other ads platform. So other ads platform might be cheaper, especially Facebook ads platform can be cheaper. You you can run ads for as low as $1 on Facebook. But if you come down to Google, your minimum budget for a day is $5. That's what we can suggest for you. Anything less than $5, you might not get any result. So it's between $5 to $10, then $15 per day. And when you run your ads on Google, they charge you per day. So you run ads daily. So you have the right to pause your ads when you want to pause it, but you cannot really set when you want to end the ads. You can only set to run the ads per day, every day. So you continue to optimize your ads, and when you notice that your budget is getting out of your budget, then you can pause the ad or stop the ad. So Google Ads can be a little bit expensive than other ads platform. Yes, you can go for as yes, $5 per day. So it can be as expensive as that, but it's not too expensive. $5 is just around, by our conversion rate now, it should be around 3,000 naira or something like that. And another thing about the Google Ads of a thing is you run your Google Ads mostly in dollars. So it's unlike Facebook, whereby you can run ads in Naira. So even though you can make use of your Naira Mastercard to make payments for Google Ads, but they will still charge you in dollars, as far as I have seen. So most of the charges, most of the charges comes in dollars. So they charge you in dollars. I don't know why they have not allowed our ads setup to be in Naira, unlike other platforms. So, but you set up your ads in dollars. And there are two ways to set up your payment, which we are going to look at on Wednesday during the. Yes, the advantage is majorly in the conversion. Yes, you are right, Titilope. So the advantage is majorly in the conversion. That's just it. So if you want to get more conversion can be relative. That's just the truth. We know as a marketer, what you call conversion does not necessarily mean sales. So sometimes your conversion might be lead generation. That is, you want people to sign up for something. So sometimes your conversion might be you want to generate traffic to a particular web page. So your conversion can be relative. It depends on your objectives at that moment. But when the conversion that you are tracking is about sales, then that is where we are saying Google Ads is the best option for you to go for. So that's enough for Google Ads. Why Google Ads? Now, there will be some assumptions that we'll be having with regards to this course. And I will want us to pay attention as I list out those assumptions. So the first assumption I will be looking at is I will be assuming that we have a sales process. So if you can hear me clearly, you can help me to type those assumptions. I can also try to do that from here. So the number one assumption is that, sorry, let me see if I can do that from here. Yes. So good. Yes, assumption. So we assume that you have a sales process. So the first assumption is that we assume that you have a sales process, because you can't run Google Ads when you don't have a working sales process. Now, let me quickly take us through what a sales process is, because by the time I start the practical section on Wednesday, I will just assume that you have a sales process. So, and because of that, there are some things I will be doing. You might wonder, why did I do this? So I will be doing those things because it is aligned to a particular sales process. So let me just explain what a sales process is. Sometimes you will hear people talking about your sales funnel, your sales funnel. What is your sales funnel? Do you have a sales funnel? Do you have all these things? It's all about trying to let you understand the fact that you must have a process through which you draw people from being a prospective customer to becoming your customer. So when we talk about a funnel, we are saying that some people are at the top of your funnel. At the top of the funnel, you will notice that the top of the funnel is wider than the lower end of the funnel. So at the top of the funnel, you have a lot of people coming in into your business, a lot of people getting to know about your business. So that is what we call the top of the funnel. And at that stage, you are creating awareness, you are getting more reach, you are trying to build your brand. So at that top of the funnel, you are generating traffic. So at that point, the ads you will be running will be targeted towards traffic. So you'll be running what we call traffic ads. So when we talk about your ads objectives, because you are still at the top of your funnel, because your sales process is still at the awareness stage, you will be running what we call traffic ads. You might also run what we call brand awareness ads. But in the case of Google, you will be running traffic ads on your search ads or for your display networks or for your YouTube. So you'll be running traffic ads. You want to draw traffic to your website. So on digital platform, your website is your home. Your website is your shop. Your website is your store. So that is what defines you as a brand. So that is what people see because they can't come to your shop. Maybe if you don't run a physical office, so your website is very important in any digital business you are doing. So you are drawing traffic to that website because you want people to know you. So that is the top of your funnel. That is the early stage of your sales process. Then from awareness stage, you are moving people down the funnel to what we call your interest stage. So the interest stage is these people already know about your brand. They know what you can offer them. They know about they know about your product and your services, but you want to build their interest. You want to build their desire. Because one thing about sales is that people buy from people they know, they trust, and that from people they know, they like, and they trust. So those three things must be achieved for someone to buy from you. They must know you, they must trust you. Sorry, they must like you, and they must trust you. So the process of making them to like you after they have known you at the awareness stage is that you are building their interest. So that is where your social media platform comes in, your email marketing comes in after you have been able to bring them into your sales funnel, into your email marketing funnel. All these things you are doing is to build their interest in your brand. You are creating short tutorials for them. You are trying to give them giveaways on social platforms. All these things is to build interest. So from the interest stage, you move them to consideration stage, a stage whereby they started considering your brand as a prospective vendor. That is, you can provide their service or you can make available the product they want. Then from the consideration stage, they move down to what we call the decision stage where they buy from you. So that is the first assumption. We assume that you have a sales process. So now for this Google ads, we are assuming that you already have a brand and you have moved from awareness stage. At least you are at the consideration stage. So you want to drive in people from your interest stage to your consideration stage. So you want to generate leads. So we start from there. You want to generate leads. Now people have known you, but you want to get their contacts. You want them to sign up for a form. You want them to do something like that. You want them to join your email list. So we believe that we assume that you already have a sales process. That's what I'm trying to say. So if you want more understanding of the sales process, you can chat us up in the discussion group on our WhatsApp group. Then I will give us more understanding of that so that you can prepare for that before the next class. Then the second assumption we'll be looking at is that we also assume that you have a viable product or service. Now, you cannot sell if you don't have a viable product. You see, you don't need to deceive yourself. If you are trying to advertise a bad product, it will not sell. That's just the truth. So it is not the problem of the digital marketer, it is the problem of the product. So let me type that. We assume that you have a viable product, so or services that you want to offer. So we assume that you have a viable product or services. Don't run ads when you don't have a product that people will buy. So you must have tested your product, you must have tested your services, and you know that you have what it takes to offer it. So if you don't have what it takes to offer a good product to people, then there is no reason why you should advertise. So the assumption is that you have a viable product. you have a good service to offer. If you don't have this, then probably the first thing you need to go and do is to work on your products and to work on your services. But if you are sure you have a viable products and services that will change people's life, then you can advertise it and sell it anywhere. So marketing is a very good thing. You are trying to change lives, you are trying to transform lives, you are trying to create solutions for people. So you should be able to share it for people to know about it. So if you have a good product, you don't need have any reason to keep it. Sell it and sell it well. So we assume that you have a viable product. Then the third assumption is that you understand your business model. And I will quickly help us with this. One thing from experience of working with a lot of clients, I found out that many clients doesn't have a business model. And this has caused a lot of challenges when marketing for them. So let me type that for us. So the third assumption is we assume that you have a business model. So what does a business model means? A business model is simply you understanding the fact that are you selling to a business or you are selling to a customer? So are you a B2B business or you are a B2C customer? So a B2B customer, sorry, a B2B business simply means that your services or your product is being offered to a business, to a fellow business that needs it. Let's say you have an HR software now. So you are selling your HR software to what? To another business. So you are not selling it directly to an individual customer. So, but if you are selling something like shoes, so we are probably you are selling directly to customers like Jumia now. Jumia products are mostly B2C products. So you are selling it directly to the customers. Then in your business model, you must also understand how you create value. This is very important. Let me try to shed more light on this. What does it mean to create value? And how do you create this value? Creating value for your customers and creating value for your what? For your brand also. How do you create value? How do you make money? That is what we are trying to say. And how do you help your customers? You must know that. So what are the cost price for your product and what is the selling price and how do you get profits? So when you understand all these things, you will be able to know how much you want to invest in ads. So many organizations doesn't understand their business. They don't understand the way their business model is structured, and that is why they don't have budget for sales. They don't have budget for ads. So when you understand that I will be spending 100 naira to create my product, and when I'm selling it, I'll be selling it for 200 naira. So that means your value that you are getting from that product is 100 naira. You are getting a 50% return, even though it is difficult for you to have a product that will be giving you such return, although you can still have it. So if you are getting a 50% return on your product as a profit from your sales, or you are getting 200%, depending on some products can be very profitable, especially when you are dealing with information products. You can create information product for maybe everything you spend on it might not be more than 5,000 naira, and you are able to sell it for 5 million naira at the end of the day because it's something you multiply. It's a digital product, so you don't need to spend money too much on creating the product. So what am I saying? When you know how much you are spending for your product or service, then you know how much you are selling it. You get your profit margin. Then from this profit margin, you can now determine, okay, if my product is returning a 50% return for me. So that means how much did I want to invest in getting people to get my product? So if I'm spending $5 to get a particular client, I'm spending $5 to get a customer, how much is my profit at the end of the day when I sell the product? So if my profit of selling the product is probably around $50 or $100, then that means I should not have any problem with investing $5 to run ads. So when you know your business model, you know how you create value and how you get value, it will be easier for you to set up your ads budget. So we assume that you have a business model. If you have more questions or you don't understand the issue of business model, this is not a business class, so I will not be going deeper into that. But you can ask us questions in the discussion group. so that we can proceed. So that's all about the assumptions. So from the next class, we will go fully into the practical section where I will be sharing my screen. So that time I will not be showing much of my face. You'll be seeing much of the screen. So lastly, tonight, I will just quickly take us through some things we need to know. We have what we call C. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Johnson, for that summary. Thank you very, very much. Good. So now we have what we call CPC. So let me take us through some arts terminologies. So you might have been hearing of these things. So I will just take us through all those art terms because I will be using many of them when we start the practical section. So we have what we call the cost per click. That is your CPC, cost per click. Now, Google Ads is a pay-per-click platform, PPC platform. So you might have been hearing it. People talk about PPC, PPC, PPC. PPC simply means pay-per-click. So let me add that to it. That's another terms you should be familiar with, pay-per-click. So the meaning of that is you pay as soon as someone click on your ads. So that is why if you are here, you just click on people's ads for the sake of clicking alone. Don't be doing that. For every click you are making, Google is withdrawing some amount of money from those people. So if you don't have interest in a particular ad, don't bother to click it. Just leave it and let it be. So let the person enjoy the impression that they have been able to get, and don't just go ahead and be clicking ads for the sake of clicking. All right. So as I'm saying, we have cost per click. Cost per click simply means how much you are going to pay for every click that someone make on your ads. Since Google is a pay-per-click platform, if you are running ads on on Facebook, Facebook charge you mostly for impressions. Even though they will still tell you that yes, you can run ads for like message ads, like traffic ads, you can run it for clicks, but it is not true. Basically, at the end of the day, when you check the way they bill you, they are still charging you for impression. So how much impression you make, that is how many people sees your ads, the number of times people sees your ads. So that is the impression. They calculate your ads based on that. So, but when we talk of Google actually deduct your money based on clicks. So your cost per click is very important before you run your ads. And don't forget, we are dealing with keywords. So tomorrow on Wednesday, you will see what we mean by keywords. So we are dealing with keywords here. So for every click on, maybe when people make a search on Google or on YouTube, when your ads comes up, for every click that is being made, you are paying. So you have to know the cost per click before you continue with the ads. So we will be looking at that practically on Wednesday, what cost per click is and why it is very important to your ad. So pay attention to that, cost per click. So another thing we'll be looking at is what we call ROI. So that's another ads terminology that you need to pay attention to. So we call it return on investment. So we will show us how to calculate your ROI on the practical aspect on Wednesday. So return on investment. If I invested $100 on the ad, how much did I get in return based on the conversion? So if at the end of the day, at the end of the campaign, I was able to get $1,000 after spending $100, then that means my return on investment is what? It's $900. So it's as simple as that. So you get your return on investment. Then another thing we need to pay attention to is what we call the ROAS. Now, this is a little bit different from return on investment, and I will tell us why. Because we need to so your ROAS is just the return on your ad spend. So the return on the amount of money you spend on your ads, that's the ROAS. But the return on investment is, when you are running a campaign, you the amount you pay for ads is different from the investment. And I will try to explain it to you. The investment on a campaign will go to the extent of the amount of money you spend for the photographer that takes the creatives you use in the ads, especially when you are dealing with a video ad. So for the video ads, you might want to get a photographer to shoot a video for you, to record a video. You pay the photographer. You might want to pay a graphic designer to help you out with the design. You pay the graphic designer. So all these things are investments you are making in the ad that you're about to run. So when you calculate all the money you spend on creating this ad, the campaign for the ad, that ad campaign, then you now compare that with how much you are able to get at the end of the day from the conversion you have made. Then that means you are calculating your return on investment. But for return on ad spend, that is how much you actually spend to run the ad. So it's different. So you are not considering how much you have spent to make the ads creative, how much you spend on videographer, or how much you spend on graphic designer, how much you spend on your digital marketer that help you to set up the ads, or for yourself. You are not considering that. You are only considering how much you pay Google to run the ads for you. So that is return on ad spend. So ROAS. So let's pay attention to that. It's part of what we'll be looking at. Then another thing I will talk about is what we call your conversion rate. Your conversion rate. And I would like to really explain this to us. So your conversion rate. So what does it mean to calculate a conversion rate? What is conversion rate all about? If you are running ads and your conversion is, maybe the conversion you are tracking is the number of people that buys a particular product. So for you to get the conversion rate, you have to calculate the number of people that actually that get to that page, the page you are drawing traffic to. Let's say you have a landing page. So the number of people that get to that landing page, then you get the number of people that actually buy the product. Because some people will not buy, they will just get to the page. So if these people get to the page and they are not buying, you have not achieved your own goal. Your goal has not been achieved. Yes, conversion rate is part of the terminologies that we are learning. Thank you. Yes. So, for instance, when you run your ads for traffic, maybe you are running a traffic ad to a particular landing page where you are selling a particular product. Let's say you are selling an ebook, and the ebook is 5,000 naira. And people are clicking on the ads you are running and they are getting to your landing page. And you notice that Google keep on deducting your money as soon as people are landing on your landing page. So according to Google, they are giving you what you want. You ask for traffic, they are drawing the traffic. But at the end of the day, even though 1,000 people visited the landing page, maybe just only 10 people buys the product. So that means out of 1,000 that get to the landing page through your ads, just only 10 converted to your customer. They ended up becoming your customer. So that means you have a very low conversion rate. So we will show us the formula to calculate that when we are doing the practical section. You can calculate that. And that is what you must track. Many people, they will be tracking the click-through rate, the click rate. So we don't track things like how many people that visit your landing page. You can track that if that is what you want, but it doesn't make any sense. So if people show you their ads dashboard, or you check your ads dashboard and you're able to get a lot of clicks, you should not rejoice. The result is how many buy the product at the end of the day. So what is the conversion rate? So conversion rate really matters, and that is what you should pay attention to. So that's everything tonight concerning the theoretical aspect of the Google Ads and the introductory class that we want to have for us. So hopefully by Wednesday, we will have a better internet connection and everything will flow very well. And by that time, we are going to be sharing, I'll be sharing my screen, and everybody will be watching how I will be creating the ads. So If you have any question concerning everything I have said tonight, kindly let me know so that I can take the questions now. So tonight I have taken us through the introductory aspect of Google Ads, and I have tried to explain why Google Ads is a good option for us. And I've also tried to explain to us some assumptions we are having with regards to the class, because we assume that this is not a full business class or a digital marketing class. So there are some things we are skipping that goes beyond the scope of the class, and some of them are the things we have listed as assumptions. So we have three major assumptions which we have listed. We believe that you have a sales process. We cannot explain that in this course. It's beyond the scope of the course. And we assume that you have a viable product. We can't teach you how to create a product now. Maybe in our subsequent lessons, we can teach you how to create a product, how to create a good service. So we can do that for you, but we can't do that in this lesson. Then we also assume that you have a business model. We cannot help you to determine your your business, how you create value, how you get value. We can't determine how you carry out your business strategies. We can't teach you that now in this course. It's outside this course. So we assume that you have these things. If you don't have them on ground, you can work on them before Wednesday. And if you have any challenge with that, just chat us up on the WhatsApp group and we will solve that problem for you. So if that is handled, then we move on to. Yes, thank you very much. Oh. Please, we need your likes. We need your likes so that we can get more views for this video. And in the next class, we'll be able to get in more people, because the next class is going to be, in fact, you will be wowed. I promise you, you will be wowed. I will show you everything you need to know concerning running ads, especially as a Nigerian, because Nigerian case is different. That's the issue. Anything about Nigeria is different. So our case is different. From payment, from running ads to get results, all those things. So you need to have some level of experience for you to be able to run Google Ads. So I'll be showing us some things we need to know about that, and it will help us. So that is why I decided to take my time to take us through this theoretical aspect. So please, one thing is very important. I've mentioned it, your sales process. Please go and get your sales process. Just make it done. Let it be on ground. Your sales funnel, let it be on ground. If you don't know how to run a sales funnel, just tell us, share it on the group page. We can even create a short video for us and show you how to create a sales funnel. You will have your first funnel to your second funnel to your last funnel. So all these things will help you when we run the ad. Okay, yes, it will be available on the, yes, we are not shutting down the video yet. So the videos, the recording of the videos will be available on the channel throughout the class. So it will be available on the channel throughout the class till the last day of the class on Friday. So the next class will be on Wednesday and the last class will be on Friday. So you can click the like button if you have enjoyed tonight's class, and let me know our responses to tonight's class and what we can improve concerning the next class. Thank you very much. We are glad to have everybody around. Okay, so you will need a sales funnel or a video, a short video on how to create a sales funnel. Is all right? I will work on that and get that ready for us before Wednesday. So tomorrow, hopefully, I will have created a video on that for us. So you will see how you can just get your sales funnel ready. Because by the time you are creating your ads, you need the link of your sales funnel page to do that. So we get that ready for us, and I will try to ensure that I make use of a free platform for us so that everybody can get started with it. Okay, thank you so much for that. We will get it ready for us. Any other question? We are almost through. We don't want the class to be more than an hour. So any other question, please, so that we can go for tonight. Any other question? So if you have not joined the WhatsApp group, please make sure you join the WhatsApp group. So you should have seen the link to that group on your email. If you are not receiving our email, kindly let me know, and you belong to the group, you should let me know through the group. We are going to add you to our email list. And if you are receiving the emails but you are not yet part of our WhatsApp group, you can join the WhatsApp group through the link through the link on your previous emails. All right. Oh, very wonderful question. Google My Business. Yes, Google My Business is part of this too. Because if you have a Google My Business, for instance, some people does not have a website. So if you don't have a website, you can make use of Google My Business for you to be able to run your ads. So Google My Business will give you a Google site. So we have two type of Google sites. We have the business.google.com that you can create from your Google My Business. Then we have what we call your Google Sites platform, where you can create a website, a free website for yourself through Google Sites. And they are very good options because it can easily be ranked on Google search engines. So Google My Business is part of this. And even though I'm not sure we want to create a lesson on how to do your Google My Business. So if there is a need for that, maybe after the whole training, we can do that. But you can make use of Google My Business to run your Google ads also if you don't have a website. Thank you, Mr. Bolaji. Any other question, please? So, any other question? So make sure you click the like button if you have not done so. Please do so that you can help us to grow. Click the like button and we will be able to reach more people towards the next class. So since I'm no more receiving any question from here, I would like to appreciate everybody for joining us tonight. By Wednesday again, we are going to meet. So we are going to meet again same time on Wednesday. And we are considering moving the time to 7 p.m. But we are looking at some other things because we are Wednesday is still a working day. So if 7 p.m. will be too early, we might still make it 8 p.m. But let's see what happens. If you want us to make it 7 p.m., we can just let us know through our discussion platforms and we will make it 7 p.m. And if 8 p.m. is okay by us, we will continue with the 8 p.m. So thank you, everybody. Do have a great and wonderful night rest. Don't forget, like the video and subscribe to the video, to our channel. Sorry. So this is my own personal channel. So the After School Academy channel will be live very soon. We are still working on that, but this is my own personal channel. And many of us might want to learn some things. You can go through my channel. You will see a lot of tutorials there that will really help you and that will add value to your business. So thank you, everybody, and do have a wonderful night rest. So good night. Have a wonderful night rest. All right. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Good night. Good night. Have a wonderful night rest. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. So we are almost at the 1 hour mark. Good night, everybody. So thank you and see us again on Wednesday by 8 p.m. I'm Iyola Akintaro. God bless you all.